It'll have an immediate impact, and the beauty is, again, once you catch these things, the power starts flooding back to you immediately, because you've seen it, you can't unsee it. It now makes sense. It's like if you didn't know that the sun was good for you, and suddenly you realized it was. It has an immediate effect. Even if it's not a sunny day, you suddenly understand, and in that understanding, the energy comes back to you. That's just one random example, but that's one thing. And then we're going to do some follow-ups too, at least one, maybe two follow-ups, bonuses, to ensure that questions get answered, that if anyone's unclear about a certain line of thinking, that I can clarify that, and creating a community of people who are grasping these secrets and integrating them so that they can help each other and everyone can get there faster. Well, basically you are going to start to integrate these understandings, and it's going to instantly, you go out into the world, you open the doors of your bedroom and go into your house where there's other people and there's other things, or your phone lights up with a bunch of opportunities and text messages. You'll approach everything differently. It's because you have the altitude now, you have the perception, you have if you're dealing with very difficult issues around things like forgiveness of self, of other, things you struggle to get over, intense fears you have, real life scenarios that are feeling like they're impossible to get past, a sense of paralysis in your life, not knowing how to make your next choices and what you would use as a compass for that, I'm going to provide that. Very, very clear, real life application to making the right choice and how to know what the right choice is. That's one thing that's going to be very important. And the ability to forgive. That's going to take on new meaning and new clarity. And the ability to move forward in your life when you feel like you're stuck, or to bring fresh flow where you feel like there's a kind of a paralysis. These issues simply require a greater perspective. And not just a perspective like, let's get some perspective on the situation. Real understanding of this is the landscape, this is why it is the way it is, this is what's going to happen if you do this versus this. It's distinct, tangible. I always I need things for me, personally, to be applicable in real life scenarios immediately. I'm interested, it's like with colon cleansing. I want it to happen, I want the clarity and the tangibility and the realness of it to be there. I don't want theories and hypotheticals. I want to know that you plug this in and this is the outcome. And that things can be changed quickly and effectively, and that energy and power stops being drained and siphoned immediately. And that the energy that was lost comes back to you immediately. It's not lost, but that was drained previously, that it gets restored, and then we fix all of this. We have a lot of cleanup work to do in our lives because we didn't have the perception, because we had the bug's perspective, and why weren't we given the eagle's perspective? Is it that it wasn't there? No, it's always been there. It's just that it's easier to control people if they don't know what's going on and what their purpose is and what they're actually made of. Our bodies alone are so remarkably made. The sacred geometries, the patterns, the hormone secretions, the DNA patterns, we are literally walking around with the most extraordinary technology conceivable. And we poison it, we don't understand it, we reject it, we relegate it to some sort of, people call the body the meat sacks or something. I mean, I've heard that term before. I'm like, you got to be kidding me! You refer to your body as a meat sack? Okay, this is divine technology. It's extraordinary, But I guess a culture that thinks about, that commoditizes living things would think that way. But that's part of the bug's perspective. That's the way the limited understanding works, and we have to get up and out of that. And then, you're free to make whatever decision you want. You'll have the choice to make the right decisions, and I'll help guide that, and give you the tools to determine what the right decisions are. But then you're sovereign. You're on your own. Like you're empowered to make your own choice. You don't have to listen to anybody. But it's helpful to take the good guidance of people who've been through things and can guide. And I still take advice from people like that myself. I'm very fortunate to have very wise people around me.